He's coming, Clara.
Who's coming?
Old Man Winter.
Nah.
One small-town New England family, living out their adventures, one day at a time, sharing for the whole world to see. This is Build-A-Lot Acres. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video.
I need to get this wood stacked in here for the winter, so let's get going. So I actually used to bring my wood in through the bulkhead, but my home gym has evolved to the point where it takes up this whole section of the basement, and bringing it in through this bulkhead is going to prove to be kind of a pain. So what we are going to do is try something new this year. They made a chute for the window, and it goes into this little miner's cart I made quite a while back, probably 6-7 years ago. And we're going to be stacking it right here. This area holds 3 full cords of wood. That's 2 20-inch rows, about 7 feet high. So that's going to enable me to have a nice, easy access on those cold winter mornings when I don't want to get up and it's 5 degrees out Fahrenheit. I can just come downstairs and load the stove. I usually fill this at least twice each winter, so I go through 6 cords minimum, some years more like 7. But let's get going on the wood. So here I am loading up the 5x10 cam trailer. I like to stack the last row so that it holds the wood in nice. But I've actually never used this trailer to bring wood into the house. I usually use my little 4x6 dumping trailer. But the Ford pulls that so easily, I figured might as well use the bigger trailer and get more per load. This trailer is pretty good size and holds a lot of wood, as you can see here. So as you're going to see here, load number 2, I ended up having a lot more pine than load 1, which was a lot of oak, some red maple, actually some black birch and yellow birch, but this one was a lot more pine. So for anyone curious, as I've said in previous videos, this woodshed holds 8 full cords of wood. So there's 3 rows of 20-inch long wood, approximately 6.5 to 7 feet high. So each square is roughly a little over 5/8 of a cord. You know, 1 row for each square. So the second trip I actually loaded it up quite a bit heavier than the first time. There's a lot of pine in this load. So the first load was about 5/8 of a cord. The second load is probably more like 3/4 of a cord. But as you can see, the Ford has no problem pulling that amount of wood.
Alright, so it is day 2 of bringing in some firewood. I would have helped my dad yesterday, but I really wasn't feeling well. I'm feeling a lot better today, so I'm gonna help him. I am really proud of him though, because he almost did an entire row of the woodshed by himself.
You ready to do it?
I am.
Let's go.
I'm letting the chickens out while he starts the tractor. Oh, they're in the bottom. How'd you get in the bottom? How'd you get in the bottom? It's a little. There's another little. You know it's cold when you can see your own breath. And I can really see my own breath.
Well, I was definitely glad to have the help today. So this third load ended up being a lot of red oak, and the back I did pine, so it wasn't too heavy in the back end. I wanted to kind of even the weight out as much as I could, but it was a good mix of red oak and pine, and there was actually quite a bit of sugar maple too in this third load.
Hey, Dad. Do you want to stack inside or do you want to put it in the chute outside?
What do you want to do?
Well, if you're outside, you're going to be cold, and if you're inside, you're going to be doing more work, so you choose.
Well, you were sick, so you probably go inside now.
Okay, yeah, it's probably better. All right, so I'm going to go inside and stack, and my dad's going to put it down the chute.
So I actually had quite a bit of help today. I had Mrs. Build-A-Lot and Clara, so all three of us are working on it. So it went much quicker than yesterday when I was working by myself. And for anyone wondering types of wood that I recall, there was eastern white pine, there was red oak, black birch, yellow birch, there was some sugar maple mixed in. So we had a good variety of types of wood. I'm trying to save the really nice stuff like the black locust, the elm and stuff like that for the real cold dead of winter. So a lot of this is going to be more of your shoulder season wood.
So we officially got one full row of the woodshed emptied and into the basement, but the basement is not quite full yet, so we're going to go get a box of cherry from the wood processing center over there. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. So here's the box of cherry that we were talking about. We're gonna put her down the chute and finish up our wood for the day. Right, Will?
Here we are stacking the last of the wood. I'll tell you, it's definitely a lot of work bringing in this cordwood, but there's nothing that feels better than a nice warm wood fire on a cold winter's day, drinking a hot coffee and thinking about life.
So right now I'm taking a break. My mom is stacking the wood and my dad is putting down the wood. We got a pretty good system going. And Willow is being cute, as always. So
Good at that.
that's our system right now.